Now, back to the Dr. K Show on Radio 1240 WCEM AM.
Welcome back to the Dr. K Show. Today, our guest is the very interesting Barbara Rhine. She has led an exciting life, and in this small segment, I'm going to start off with, I don't have an answer to the question, so I'm going to have to give it away. I asked you, who was Will Smith's wife? What is his wife's name? And many of you might remember she was starring in the sitcom Another World, kind of an offshoot of the Bill Cosby Show, and her name is Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett is Will Smith's wife. Okay, now in this segment, since we only have about 8 minutes, I want to whet your appetite with Barbara's book. Now, she's going to start off by telling us where we can get it, and she's going to give us a little sample of what she's going to be doing on Monday, November the 10th. So tell us where we can get it.
Okay, well, it's stocked at that same bookstore, Busboys and Poets, 5331 Baltimore Avenue in Hyattsville. You can walk right in there and buy a copy off the shelf.
Okay.
You can also go to my website, and the website is tellnoliesnovel.com, all one word. And there's 3 ways to buy it on there. You can click on one thing and get a paperback. You can click on another and get an inexpensive download to whatever electronic device you read off of. And you can click on the third, and guess what it is? And it's always there is Amazon. So
all
you can
right.
buy it on Amazon and download it on Kindle or get a hard copy.
Okay. Now, we can get it at the bookstore that she's going to be in on Monday, November the 10th. Busboys and Poets. What is that? Have you been there before?
I have. I'm telling you, they have fantastic food, number one. It's a restaurant.
Okay.
And number two, they've got a whole big room that is called the Langston Hughes Room, you know, the famous black
Oh,
room.
I love Langston Hughes.
And they've got pictures of people like Howard Zinn on there. And, you know, it's kind of a left-of-center place that's very nice to eat and hang out in and have a drink in and browse in the bookstore and go into that Langston Hughes room and listen to people read and have book events like mine, which is next Monday at 6:30 at that Busboys and Poets in Hyattsville.
5331 Baltimore Avenue.
That's correct.
In Hyattsville. Oh, that sounds so good. And that sounds like an awesome bookstore, like the only one I know right now, Salisbury, Barnes & Noble, where they have the little coffee shop and little chairs throughout the store where you can sit and read and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, no, this one's got a pretty sophisticated restaurant. It's not just a coffee shop, and I love coffee shops, but I'm telling you, you can have a nice meal at this place, Busboys and Poets.
Oh, this sounds like something we're going to, just like for a Saturday afternoon or something.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Now, she is going to read for us, whet our appetites, get us ready for this book, Tell No Lies. All right? You ready?
All right.
Okay.
So this is Chapter 1. At 7 a.m., the doorbell woke her. She pulled on her worn bathrobe and ran down the narrow stairs to the apartment entrance. A vague shape silhouetted against early light, solidified into someone she knew, Charles. Carolyn, he said, and then Carolyn Weintraub, I'm in trouble. I don't know where else to go. The words came out in a rush, yet after that he just stood there, a morning paper and a shopping bag full of clothes tucked under his arm. Now she was awake. Carolyn ran her fingers through her tangled curls, hoping she looked all right, and opened the door wide. What in the world are you talking about, she said. You don't know what went down at Freeman? This could be dangerous for you, Carolyn. So, she said, a friend needs you and you turn him into the street? For God's sakes, Charles Brown, too long since I've seen you, no matter what. Come on in. Charles stepped into the building, followed her up the stairs 2 at a time, and the second they got into her apartment, shut the door. He sank onto her soft brown Salvation Army couch, so far down that his knees almost hit his ears, just the way he used to look in her parents' living room so many years ago. Handsome, always handsome, Carolyn thought. Tall and slender, skin the color of coffee and cream. His soft, mobile lips quivered, and his dark brown eyes held a blank spot on her wall. Even his clenched fingers trembled. She sat down beside him. Turn on KPFA, told her. That way you won't just get the pig's version. Elbows braced on his thighs, he buried his face in his hands while she tuned in the radio. Prison authorities at Freeman Penitentiary are still investigating the cause of yesterday afternoon's explosion, which resulted in the deaths of 4 prison guards and 2 prisoners. The blast came while Niami Jones, political prisoner known throughout the world, was being transferred from the visiting area back to his solitary cell in the adjustment center. Authorities have alleged that Jones, after taking the dead guards' keys and releasing others from their cell, made a break for his own freedom across the middle of the heavily guarded yard where he was shot in the torso and the back of the head.
So he was a prisoner?
Yeah, that's not James, not Charles, but
okay.
Niami Jones.
Okay.
Here the announcer cut off and read a new notice, his voice somber. Niami Jones, a leader of his people, has just been pronounced dead from gunshot wounds sustained yesterday at the disturbance in Freeman. Niami Jones is dead. Charles lifted a ravaged face and emitted a harsh sob. Add him to the list, he said. His voice rasped like it was being drawn across sandpaper. Malcolm, Martin, George Jackson, Fred Hampton, Lil Bobby Hutton. So many black men dead and gone. He got up to switch the radio off and sat back down on the sofa, elbows at his knees again, head hung down even further. God, Carolyn, he mumbled, I must have been about the last one to see the man alive. You were in there, she asked. He spread the morning paper out on the low coffee table before them. She took in the headline, Brown sought for Freeman murders. Warrant says he brought in bomb. She gazed at the picture underneath, a police mugshot of Charles, with a huge head of hair, a patchy beard, and an angry stare. She swallowed hard and willed herself to stay composed.
Wow.
Now, I can go on.
Yeah, Rhine said no. I'm saying yes. Tell me more. Tell me more. Rhine says, we got to go. We got about a good 30 seconds. Everybody, you've got to go hear Barbara read from her book next Monday at 6:30 in Hyattsville, Maryland, 5331 Baltimore Avenue. And she's going to be at Busboys and Poets bookstore in Hyattsville. And I've enjoyed having you on my show.
Well, thank you so much. And also, even if you can't make it to Hyattsville, don't forget to get on that website, tellnoliesnovel.com.
Okay.
And you'll be able to purchase the book really easily, and you can read the rest of Chapter 1
okay.
without purchasing the book,
okay.
which is where I was reading.
All right, everyone, you were listening to the Dr. K Show on Radio 1240 WCEM AM, and remember to vote today. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.